So set it wide, stand the golf ball really nicely now. I think takeaway, we've got both face on and down the line. So you're taking the golf club back nicely with the hands and arms there. Club going back now, so was the key sort of check what we've had from the past there. So club for me there now is lovely outside the hands there. Really good position there now. As we're hinging up, getting the club to the top of the backswing, really nice. Right elbow and shoulder are level. Left arm across your shoulder plane there. Not much leg action, as we said before. You're not sort of collapsing.
Because what I'm feeling there, it's not what I'm seeing.
Exactly. And that often is the case with people's goal swings. I mean, what you think you're doing, what you're feeling is very often two different things. Where do you feel or what feels different in terms of visually there? What do you think your arms...
Well, I'm just not imagining that is the position.
So do you feel the arms are either lower or higher, or where do you feel the arm is?
I feel higher, to be honest.
It's higher, yeah?
I just feel higher, so I'll try and bring it down a little bit. When I bring it down a bit, I pull it.
Exactly, yeah. Because basically, where you used to go before, like clear that line there, where the club used to go back a bit on the inside, the club then, your forearm would be over rotating, so the club would be following where that club was pointing here. So whereas on here, okay, we think about that swing plane line now, as you go back, you're perfectly parallel to that swing plane. If you go back too far inside, so your club is here on the backswing rather than here, you then come underneath that line, so your arms will be lower. So now you feel a lot higher, or now you are a lot higher, okay? That's going to feel a slightly different position to where you got to before, okay? Right. And if you do lower the arms, the lower your arms get on the plane, the more you're going to flick the swing as you come through. And I would say for me, these two swings are great. The movement you're making now, that lower half is shifting and moving. So you get the bump with the left hip and the hips are moving nicely. In fact, when we finish that swing now, there is a full release of arms, chest, club and body. The bad shots you're getting, which I would suggest you're probably a little bit pushed out to the right, okay, feeling a little bit trapped and a little bit ground first, are basically when your body doesn't quite work through the golf ball. And if the lower half, as you come down, if your body stops here, this was a great move, your lower half's clear and your arms got all this room now to swing left and low. Yeah. If your body stops for whatever reason, whether it's just a bit stiff the first few swings of the day, haven't warmed up, or a little bit anxious about the shot you've got because there could be maybe out of bounds right or pond on the left hand or something that's putting you off mentally, your body stops a little bit, the arms have got nowhere to go, they then start swinging sort of up and high, and they're sort of stretching around because the right shoulder's staying back. Now you'll get this sort of sensation with the golf ball, you'll get, my arm can't get around.
Exactly, it's a feeling that it can't get around.
Where's it go? And it can't get around there because this is all in the way, so your arm's got to go somewhere, so as you come into it, it just sort of goes out there. And what that will do now, if you stop turning, you'll bottom out a little bit early, a bit fat, hit it out to the right somewhere. If your arms have swung low and you do the same movement, pull hook.
So and hence the shank as well, because I'll do the shank, because I've had
one or two,
4 shanks. I did a driving range the other day, banged 3 on the bounce.
Yeah.
One after the other.
That's like,
what way?
Step back, exactly. But that really is, so that would come if your body, as your hips now, so you can see your right hip now sort of rotating around there. Your arms and club now have got room to swing back down. That's a great position and great transition to the golf ball. If the body stops for one reason or another, the arms have got nowhere to go. If the hip stays back here now, your right elbow can't continue on down here. It's going to have to start going out here. So it starts moving in this direction now towards the golf ball, pushing the club out too far, getting the old hosley and boing, shoots off to the right. So for me,
not clearing myself or something sticking.
I would say like that. Reasons why you might get it. Number one could be posture. Okay, in this case, I think you're probably on about the limit to where your posture could be a little bit better in terms of a bit more tilt and a slightly straighter back. Here you're nice and relaxed and no stress, no problems. So if you get a little, there's a little bit of a curve there. Hips are a little bit level. We're talking millimetres out, so not much. Okay, it could be too stiff. Okay, it could be the first swing of the day, you haven't got warmed up, quite loosened up. Okay, it could be the whole vision sort of suit your eye. Certain holes will be out on the golf course there where you've played them maybe badly in the past, or had a shank or a miss it or something, and that memory sort of gets back on. This last one I hit it way left on the last one, so you'll freeze up a little bit, and your body's only got to stop for a split second. You think when that club's coming down from a great position at the top of the batch now, you'll start doing this. So if we get to about here, 5.64 on the timer there. If as we swing now, the body stops but literally hundredth of a second, you're making contact with the golf ball at 5.77, so 1/100th of a second from there to there. So the body's only got to stop for a split second and the club's got nowhere to go. And you just start moving towards the hill. And what will probably happen is those 3 shanks came as a result of you gradually moving less and the contact going from here one day, hitting the ball good, hitting the ball good, hitting the ball good, madoing, whoa, and then 3 in a row. And sort of step back and go, hang on, let's gather my thoughts and start again. If it was a hook or a slice, if you were slicing the golf ball, okay, or a golf ball would start doing this, and then start going a little bit more next day, and then you start to see it gradually creeping in, okay? So you can make the adjustments. If you're striking the ball going towards the heel, the ball goes straight, it goes straight, it goes straight, it goes straight, it's getting more towards the heel, out of the blue, doink, where's that come from? And it just scares you in some ways. The next 2 or 3 are always a little bit funky. Yeah. So I would say for me, seeing those shots there, the slightly heavy ones, potential shanky ones, they're not rotating enough. Now, where this posture's a little bit lazy, and again, sometimes we get sort of complacent, I'll just stand the ball that way, okay? When you're playing good, you sometimes get a bit complacent because you know, I'm swinging the goal club, but I'm going to worry about my setup, and we get back into sort of a slight hunch. It's easy to hunch. I mean, you're working, so you're probably sat at the desk, working over and stuff. You are going to get hunched as you're working, I guess. Yeah. So that's going to create a bit more of that sort of slight spine angle tilt, okay? So make sure the back is a little bit straighter. It will just help you clear. Here now, we've got no pressure, no anxiety, no stress. You're just swinging the body really well. Results of the shots are fantastic, okay? So you get away with a slightly hunched posture there. Out on the golf course, when it's not going to be as fluent, the posture's a little bit hunched, and we get a little bit more hunch over the It's only got to be tiny amounts. Split seconds, small inches, okay? But the impact condition, an inch, big difference in it.
Yeah, big difference.
Okay, does that make sense in you?
Absolutely.
There's a few reasons there why we're getting these things, okay? We sort of take away, but I think for me, that lower half stops for whatever reason, and there's 3 or 4 reasons why it could do that, as we said. So.
Yeah.
Okay, have a couple more, mate, and then we'll